Right, let's continue. So we were on the escrow injection. So as it has been already injected, it will request this information from the bank's database. Now, after inputting everything, you realize you successfully make your transaction of everything. Now, someone is also going to make transaction on your credit card. Next time you check your balance and it is gone because you filled a form which wasn't protected. Let's move on. We have malicious file upload. Malicious file upload. Now, this is where the you don't actually restrict the form. The hacker execute. Now, there is this, he or she write these codes in a file, then upload the file. So you can see on my screen here it says upload. So sometimes you are filling a form, you see upload, browse. You click on browse, something will open. He or she upload the file, then off it goes. When the file gets to the server, is he or she is going to execute because that file is executable. When we talk about executable files which actually ends with .exe, those files you download, you just double click and install. Those are called executable files. So when this file when this file gets to the server, it's going to be executed. Then that's all. Everything he or she has planned in it is going to work as planned. Any question? Okay, so no question. Let's continue. Now, the next one we'll look at is client side validation flaw. Client side validation flaw. This is a type of attack where actually the hacker is not yet on the server, but this time around the hacker is actually hiding behind our form you are going to fill. So you are coming to fill a form with your details. You start typing and the hacker start getting it in a file on his computer. So this client-side validation flaw is actually caused mainly by the programmer's fault. So maybe the hacker has found a way to get to the server and actually edited that form's source code. So the hacker will just insert a specific code there, which will be taking whatever input just an innocent user will be inputting there. So as innocent as you are, the programmer's fault is going to make you actually sell out yourself to a hacker. Please, any question on this? Right. Okay. Now, we talked about malicious. Hope you were here on the X-ray injection, right? Okay, so basically the SQL injection is whereby the hacker has already injected this piece of code in the database, thereby taking this. So the hacker sent this is a query. So it says select name, phone address from users. So it means it's going to select the name, the phone address from users, where these are all SQL code. Where union mean add, select all credit card from credit card table. then it executes this, then the hacker gets it. It's a full database with everything inside. Okay, we also talked about malicious file upload. This is where the hacker actually upload an executable file onto a server. Now, when he uploads it, he will execute the file on the server and start causing the damage he or she has planned. The next one is the client-side validation flaw. This is where the hacker has not yet gotten to the database or the server, but has actually, one way or the other, maneuver his way to the form. He's just hiding beneath the form or at the back of the form. So when you type 1, the hacker gets 1. When you type 2, he gets 2. That's real time taking your data. So immediately you're finished, the hacker is also done getting your information. That's called the client-side validation flaw. Please, any question? Now, the next one we are looking at is attack vector's definition. What is an attack vector? An attack vector. Now, an attack vector is a path, take note, or means by which a hacker can gain access to a computer or network server in order to deliver a payload or malicious outcome. In simplified form, an attack vector is just a way or let me say a route or a path, a road, a means, whatever way the hacker can get or can pass and get access to your computer or someone's computer or someone's network server and to deliver a payload. When we talk about payload in the next phase. To deliver a payload or a malicious outcome. So simply, that's an attack vector. Now, attack vectors. Some of the attack vectors we'll know is malicious email. It's an attack vector that's a path an attacker can get to your computer or a server. So example of attack vectors: 1, malicious email. You'll be there, then there is an email. You go there, an email from an unknown email address. It looks very suspicious, but you still want to open. Immediately you open, you are doomed. Now, some of you uses an email service that automatically send this suspicious email to your spams. That's good. It send them straight to your spams. Okay. Now we have attachments. So you'll be there, then you receive a file. You don't know what's inside, and you just open. This is an example of an attack vector. That's a path an attacker can use to get to your computer or your server. Worms. These are viruses. So you take your pen drive, you go and copy something from your friend's computer or from someone's computer, then you get infected with this worm virus. It comes, it starts corrupting, then the attacker will be using this to exploit your computer or your server. We have web pages, and web pages are actually malicious. The last time I gave you some tools to actually check a website before you visit. Please be cautious of the things you do on the internet. Don't just, because you need something, don't just be in a hash or rush to go and do it. At the end, you regret doing that thing. Check it before. So some web pages are highly under attack. The moment you visit there, you are doomed. Your computer or your server, it's actually gone. Now we have downloads. The last time I gave you a link to check your download. Whenever you download a file, you can upload it and scan it before. I think that you still have that link. It's in your Slack channel. Goes through. I send everything to you. Download. So it helps you When immediately you finish downloading, don't just run it. Don't be in a hash to execute it. Use that application or any other application you have to scan it before you run especially the files that ends with .zip or .rar. They are all. This is very interesting. We call something social engineering. Social engineering. Uh social engineering. Please, who knows social engineering? Who has heard anything about social engineering? Anyone? So actually it's actually social engineering. Let me say it's a way of someone using his or her mind to actually deceive you for you to provide confidential information. So it's somewhere the other term as, let me say, is a scam or something. So in fact, in fact it happens to those mobile money people. So you'll be there, you get a call. Um Please, I'm calling from MTN. Press one, press two, press three, change this. That is called social engineering. So it uses a psychological manipulation. So someone actually sits down, well, develops a master plan, call someone's mom. Mostly they use it for the old women, people who are not much into this. So you'll be there, your mom calls you, someone called me, and this, yes. So this is called social engineering. Please, when you get the time, educate your elderly people, your mom, your dad about these things, social engineering. Now when you get a call and says, please educate them, share the knowledge you've gotten, because they are highly vulnerable. Those people are the target, because you guys, they think you guys are smart. So some of you have never received such calls, but your mom, your grandfather, your grandmother, they receive such calls. They will be there, they get a call, oh mommy, press this, and by the time they realize, they've changed their pen to suit that person. That is called social engineering. It is a way of psychological manipulation of people into performing actions that will actually reveal the confidential information. So please, you've gotten this. I will encourage you to educate your elderly people, so that when they get such things, they don't fall trap. You people, you are not target for such things, but some of you, sometimes you receive such calls. Don't fall victim, else they will manipulate you when you provide details for them. That is called social engineering. It's also called deception. Okay, we also have hackers, obviously. Hackers, they target you straight, bam. Then they either target your network or something you are using. Then they use to take your information. Now the next thing is payloads. Oh, please, any question before we move to payloads? Any question with attack vectors? Right. Um, Everything you are learning in this class is actually helping you to protect yourself, protect your family, protect it. So please, if you get a chance and you know someone who's so vulnerable, kindly educate the person. Example, for the social engineering, it is very happening in Ghana. The mobile money people, they are using social engineering. You call you, I'm calling from here, that. Social engineering. Payloads. Payloads, when we talk about now, notice when we were starting, when we are dealing with this, I said an attack vector is a path or means by which a hacker can gain access to a computer or network server in order to deliver a payload. Now let's look at the payload. A payload is viruses, spyware, Trojans, that's Trojan horse virus, malicious scripting, that's executables. Viruses, we all know, we have a lot of viruses. So when you get those who don't scan their who don't have let me see, antivirus, powerful antivirus, not just antivirus. Some antivirus are themselves virus. Take note of that. Some antivirus are themselves virus. They are there, they are lukewarm, they are there, they look to you as antivirus, but they are stealing your information and a whole lot. Don't just use any antivirus. Please take note of that. Right. Now, these viruses, spyware, some spyware. So spyware is can be classified here. Example is the keylogger we used. The last time we practiced keylogger is example of spyware. So they'll be there spying the person. The call the person makes, the pictures, the video calls. So you're making a video call with your friend. Someone will be watching your guys. Very funny. Then you have Trojan horse. Trojan horse, these are very powerful. But these Trojan horse, they can actually shut down your computer. You'll be using your computer, it goes off. You'll be using your computer, it freezes. Trojan, they are very powerful. Now we have malicious scripting executables. So these executables, those are the files that get to the server, they execute them and start causing damages on the server. Any question? So we also have some example of the attack vector. We have XXX, XSS. This is a script. It's actually, so you can see it here, it's actually capture sensitive information. Example, cookie stored on the browser, as I told you. So this is example of the script. So you can see HTTP, no S. No S. Our last week we studied about this. You can see this is HTTP, no S /server CGI bin /testing. There is a hacker's code script alert cookie is going to take. So when this is so say something, it is an executable because we have a .exe here. So the person will execute this code like your code, you execute like your C++ code, you finish programming, you press on run. So it will execute and it start capturing. So it says, the alert says cookie document. So we start capturing any cookies in your browser. You've stored in your browser, is going to take everything. Cookies contain, in fact, your history, where you've been visiting. Yes. And sometimes most of you have stored your passwords there, so it will just take them within a minute. Everything is gone. Not just clearing them, it's copying them. Take note. When you go there, you find your cookies all right, but someone also has a copy of it. Okay. Okay, so the rest of the pages, I'm going to send you this reading material. It's actually 32 pages or 32 pages. So the rest I'm going to just reading. I'm going to send you this reading material. Kindly share with your friends. Then cookie poisoning, how these injections, so it will actually dive you into these injections, how these are formulated for you to go through the SQL injection, the XML poisoning attacks is going to introduce you to all these attacks. You can read it and get an understanding. Please, any questions so far? So we asked a lot. It's 32 pages, so you can use about 10 minutes to go through all these. These are all attacks, an example of code. Now, the next thing we are going to do is our practice for today. Today's practice, we are going to actually see how we are going to actually test whether our password we are already using is already found in the hackers database. If it is there, you need to change it as soon as possible. The last time we checked if it is hackable, if our password is hackable, I gave you a lot of links to do that. Today, we are just going to take about 5 minutes to check that, then we close the class. Now check your chat session. I'm going to send you a link. I'm going to send you a link. So you pick it from there. Where's the chat? Okay. So please pick the link from there. You open it. Pick the link from there. I'll also send this link to your Slack channel. Open the link, please. So let me also open it here and share my screen. Open it wherever you are.